And now, thought for the day from Reverend Tawdry Bellend.
Hello. It's certainly been a turbulent time, hasn't it? I know everyone has been rather shaken up here in our little village of much prodding up the rear after the terrible events of the weekend. As I know you'll be aware by now, our new verger, Charles Hebdo, was assisting at the church fete when it came under attack from a group known as Sissy, a fundamental but dyslexic offshoot of Islamic State. Apparently, Charles had incurred the wrath of these people by publishing an illustration of church prophets in the parish magazine, an act which has been misinterpreted with tragic results. Charles was manning the baked goods stall at the time of the atrocity, and it was here that most of the casualties occurred. Dozens of cakes and pastries are known to have perished. I myself lost a plate of cheese scones, and my young friend Andrew is still awaiting news of his rhubarb tart. So believe me when I say that we at St Gonads fully understand the suffering and the pain the Help Village is feeling right now. Charles himself was dazed and confused following the attack, so fortunately emerged unscathed, apart from egg custard on his face. Many of the casualties were immediately rushed to the local village hospital, where doctors have described the condition of the majority of them as delicious. At this point, I would like to pay tribute to the emergency services who responded so admirably. The police, the fire service, paramedics, air ambulance, lifeboat, Boy Scouts. Didn't they look lovely, by the way, in their lovely new woggles? And of course, the customer service department of Miller's Fine Haberdashery. Without their swift and supreme efforts, we could have lost a goodly proportion of the bric-a-brac as well. Our neighbouring parish of Little Paddling on the Rump were quick to show their solidarity with their lovely I Am Charlie badges. Sadly, the uptake was not all that we'd hoped for, as people were reluctant to make themselves a target for further attacks. So the badges have been amended and they're now proving much more popular, which reminds me I must pop mine back on. There we are. Now, it turns out actually the change wasn't really required, because Charles was immediately moved to a secret location and given a new identity by the police. I'm pleased to say he's in high spirits despite everything. I visited him yesterday and we had a lovely conversation, although it did take a little while for me to get used to calling him Gordon. Afterwards, I popped next door to the Crown and Anchor to have a chat with them and see how they felt about having a local celebrity as a neighbour. Now, I know many of you are angry, but do rest assured we will be drawing the raffle after Evensong on Sunday, and there are tickets still available incidentally. But I do call upon all the villagers of much prodding to show restraint and tolerance at this difficult time. This spate of retaliatory attacks on dyslexics must stop. Mr. Perkins, a leading member of the dyslexic community, issued a statement, I've read it myself, in which he states that Sissy do not represent the wives of all dyslexics, and he appeals for clam. And I will be echoing that statement in my sermon on Sunday, appealing for clam in my sermon entitled Why We Are All Equal Under Dog. Thank you.